Welcome back from the break. This week we have top 10 car games. As you could probably tell, it's a personal favourite of Vince's and he's very heavily influenced what's on this list. Have a look at it and tell us what you think of the list. Jump onto our Facebook page, drop us a comment, be sure to like the page, and yeah, stay tuned.
At number 10, you merely adopted racing. It was born into it. It's Project Gotham Racing 3. At number 9, throwing dirt all over the track, it's Dirt 3. At number 8, with no insurance, it's Crazy Taxi. At number 7, cruising down Sunset Boulevard, it's Midnight Club Los Angeles.
You won't be first for long. That's how you do it.
At number 6, it's got the need to get away, it's Need for Speed Most Wanted. At number 5, look out behind you, it's Blur. At number 4, speeding around the Hammerhead, it's Forza Motorsport 4. At number 3, adding neon lights to the nitrous tank, it's Need for Speed Underground. At number 2, drifting into a banana, it's Mario Kart 64. And the number 1 car game is Gran Turismo 5.
So that was top 10 car games. You have any questions or comments, or you think we might have missed out on a game, jump onto our Facebook page. In the meantime though, Ryan, what did you think?
Being the purist that I am, I didn't really like that you put Mario Kart 64 instead of the Super Nintendo version. I thought that was the much better version.
Oh, you reckon? No, I much prefer the Nintendo 64 version. Then again, that's the one I got my start on, so I've kind of got that childhood memory thing associated there.
Maybe that's me as well, because I started the Super Nintendo version, but you know, you had like the feather, so a red shell didn't mean instant death. You could actually jump over a red shell. And you could actually go outside the track in some cases and like do little shortcut things and stuff as well. Also, you put the new Need for Speed Most Wanted, which I do like, don't get me wrong, but I think the GameCube / PS2 / Xbox one, I like that a lot better, especially because I had Razor Callahan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Most Wanted I hated.
I love that.
Above everything else, just because the acting in it was so bad. I don't mind car games trying to have a story, because otherwise it's just like 2.5 hours of racing. But the acting in that was so bad. It's like, so, I hear you want to race. Yeah. You've got a car, let's like, no.
To be fair,
it was so cardboard.
The game, let's say the game takes 10 hours, there was a maximum of 20 minutes of cutscene.
Yeah, that was it. Like,
Yeah.
I only got through like the first cutscene, the first couple races before I just went, nah.
Although, in the newer Need for Speed Most Wanted, you've played it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How cool are like the little car intros where it's like starts off as a little blob and then just kind of like grows out and grows out and it like turns into like a Lamborghini Gallardo or something?
Yeah, I like that. I really like the way that game sort of handled car transitions, that you don't have to buy cars anymore, you just go out and find them, which was a complete pain in the old games, in that you'd have to like race like a mad bugger to try and buy a new car.
Yeah,
and then you'd find out the car actually sucked anyway, and you went back to your old car and you're like, why did I spend 300 grand?
Yeah, the problem was that they had a lot of like doubling up on like different races and stuff. So you, like one car would have a race that another car had to do and you have to do it again.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Multiplayer was really good though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And number 1 was?
Gran Turismo 5.
Let's just get it out there. That's a total biased decision. Like,
yes. Oh, the whole list is biased.
Yeah,
I write them, like, come on.
But that's purely because we have a simulator in the office with Gran Turismo 5, and we've all had it. We've all been like racing each other, like trying to get the best lap time and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
the director's absolutely addicted to it.
Yeah, I think we all are a bit. All right. So recently Vince got a bunch of Thermaltake gear. He's had a bit of a chance to play around with it. So why don't we go check it out and see what he thinks?
I'm one of the PC gamers that never had any good equipment when I started playing. I had the old school ball mice, the really crappy hand-me-down keyboards, as well as the MP3 headsets. Recently I've been talking to Thermaltake Chris Smith, who works there, and he sent us some really good gear. I wasn't expecting anything fancy or high-tech because I'm not used to that kind of stuff. What we got was absolutely amazing. What I received was the Draco Captain headset, Theron mouse, the Mecha G-Unit keyboard. I've used it both for work and play, and in fact edited this very video with it all. This Draco Captain headset has to be hands down the best headset I've ever worn, let alone owned. It has a pair of solid, deep 50mm speakers, and has amazing bass support as well. And they're damn comfortable. It's easily foldable. Fold these out backwards, and you fold the actual things in like that. I'm not too sure about the mic, where that's meant to go, but it's there anyway. The only real downside to this headset that I could possibly find was the 3-meter long cable that goes from here into the keyboard or the computer. It was kind of just sitting there, getting in the way, hanging on the keyboard, and it wasn't really practical, but I made use of it anyway. Overall, they're well made and they look great. When I opened the packaging for the Theron mouse, I didn't know what to expect. I pulled it out, I'm looking at it going, how the hell did mice technology get to this point with all these extra buttons? I don't care, it's awesome, it does the job. This mouse itself is endorsed by Softball, the pro RTS gamer from TT Apollo. You can change the sensitivity on the Theron mouse by a click of a button, or two. Up, down, that's how you change the sensitivity. Down here is where a little light lights up. The higher you go, the more lights pop up. The lower you go, the less lights pop up. They alternate to tell you exactly what sensitivity level you're on. I've never had a single problem using this so far. The only real issue that I have is because I'm not used to it. I keep pressing the side buttons by accident, but because I haven't coded them into exactly to do anything, then it's okay.
Awaiting orders.
I'm used to a membrane keyboard, and when I pulled out the Mecha G-Unit keyboard from Thermaltake, I was a bit iffy about it. Don't get me wrong, it's great, it performs well, and it looks awesome, but I wasn't used to it at the time. Now that I've used it for a little while, I really do like it, but I'm still a bit iffy as I have the membrane keyboard still at home, and I use this for work, so I'm a bit caught in between of exactly what I would rather use. The WASD keys light up on the keyboard, which instantly told me this is a professional gaming keyboard, which I was totally cool with. On the left hand side, it has 12 customizable keys that you can customize however you want, for games, to open programs, for shortcuts, whatever you want. This stuff is really handy for what I'm doing at the moment, because I'll be sitting there going, oh, I need to open a certain program to do some editing. Done. Overall, the Thermaltake gear I received from Chris Smith is amazing, and I plan to get some for home. If you're planning to upgrade, I highly recommend looking at some Thermaltake gear. So that was my Thermaltake review. You guys had a look at the gear I got. What did you think of it?
I love mechanical keyboards. I'm a huge fan. I'm looking to upgrade to it as well. I've got a Thermaltake Challenger Pro keyboard at home at the moment. It's a membrane keyboard, and I really do enjoy it. It's fully backlit. It feels great. It's even got a little fan to keep your hands dry in summer. But I'm definitely looking to upgrade to a mechanical keyboard, and it feels great under your hands. The only problem I have with it is that it's not fully backlit. Like, I like a fully backlit keyboard because I sit in the dark in my room and just type all night.
Well, it is a gaming keyboard, and you're not going to need all the keys. What I would do, though, the little macro buttons on the side, one is GG and one's GLHF.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, didn't think of that one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. What if I want to say GG to someone?
Yeah. I got a question to ask you, Vince. On a scale of 1 to Korean StarCraft player, how much has your APM increased?
Oh, not very much. I'm so used to the membrane that I was using mechanical. I'm going probably the typewriter old woman kind of thing, but that's as far as I got.
All right, so it's time to cut to a break now, but after the break, we have Ask WG.